Okay. So, I picked something up the other day. The Harley Quinn Farttacular. And now, wow. This is gonna be my live reaction to reading this. I spent money on this. This was $9. It's not even April. I didn't put it in the little wrapping. It came like this. Like it blows my mind. I picked this up the same day. No wrapping, but this is like new stuff. Because the Farttacular needs to be held back by God. This comic reeks. Silent but deadly, and but is spelled B-U-T-T. Like, I almost don't want to open this, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like, what if they farted in here, man? What if they... There was no fart. I'm disappointed beyond belief. Is this a scratch and sniff? Like, I hope it is. This is a lot heavier and thicker than I thought. There's a change of scenery. Unfortunately, because I try to read the Harley Quinn Farttacular, Obama blew up my house with a drone strike. So now I live in the woods. Anyways, the Harley Quinn Farttacular, silent but deadly. I've done this first page 10 times now. I hate it. It starts with Harley and Ivy, and like right off the bat, I don't know where. It goes in the editing notes. They're all fart puns. So it's a stinky script by yada yada, aromatic arts and crowd clearing cover, cheese cutting colors, lingering letters. I mean, this is horrible. What are we doing here, people? But yeah, as far as the art, I don't know, I feel like you can take it or leave it. I don't know what this is supposed to be, if this is supposed to be a continuation of an ongoing, or if it's supposed to be based off the Harley Quinn TV show. But that's what it looks like, because it doesn't look like the cover. That's the cover. I'm probably going to get censored because of that. But that's what we're dealing with on the first page. And yes, I am bending this book because it is a piece of junk. Absolute garbage. Should never have been made. But we're here, and it's been made. It's created. It's a real thing. Cost $8, and I bought it for some reason with my own money. And I regret it every single day. It's impressive. Because you look at all the names on here. You got Joanne Starrer, Brandon Steen, Marissa Luis, Lucas Gattini, and all, like, there's so many names on this book. That means this went down an entire team of people who said, you know what would be a good idea for a book? If Harley Quinn farted the entire time. And that's it, and it's $8, and it's a number one. They had the audacity to put a number one on this. I hope there's no number two. I don't think there is. I know I'm late to this, guys. I know it's not April. Yeah. But, no pun intended. But, I hate it. And this is why. I mean, second page, we already have our first fart. And it's Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy's the first fart of this, guys. God. And, like, Harley, I don't know. Here's the... Because it could be taken in two different ways. It could be either Poison Ivy farts, and Harley's just generally into it. Because she's just into farts for some reason, because that's this book. Or, canonically, Poison Ivy farts out roses and sunshine. Because because that's what apparently it smells like. I wish this was a scratch and sniff. I don't think it is. When I opened it, it had, you guys saw the plastic cover. There was no stench. There was no smell. So I'm kind of disappointed by that. And we're going to just keep this Dutch angle, honestly. That's what I'm feeling right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on page 3 now. This is as far as I've ever gotten. It is a kink thing. They explicitly state Harley Quinn is canonically just into farts. Okay, this is a literal cool. I'm just gonna read this at this point for this part. So Ivy bends over and lets one rip, just a little toot, just a little poop, And Harley's like, "Oh man, did you toot?" Ivy's like, "Nah," and she's like, "Yeah, you did. Smells like roses. Do it again. Give me some of that eau de poo." And then she's begging for about 2 full pages. Nothing in the chamber. Let me order some chili from Moe's Diner, and I'll be blowing butt kisses all day. Is a real thing Harley Quinn has said. I hate this comic. This is torture. This is why it took me 4 or 5 days to get through this. I did that little intro segment like a week ago. I bought this a while ago, guys. Time has passed. Like a considerable amount of time has passed, judging by my facial hair alone. Like, I'm not, like, this isn't a joke. This isn't, I genuinely don't want to do this because I don't care. Because I don't, what am I supposed to do with this? I just read Ultimates Volume 1, the new one, with the maker and all that. And that was amazing. That was 10 out of 10. That was beautiful. That was perfect. That was it right there, right? That had story, characters, setup, payoff, all that good stuff. And then I move on to this right after that. It's horrible. The art is not doing this any favors either. I thought the toot was cute, but she gave me the boot. Now she's rapping, man. She's rapping about the farts, man. What the hell? She kills him. Like, this is a weird book because the art is so cartoonish, but like, there is gore in it, So I don't understand who this is for. Like, this is Harley stabbing out a guy's throat right there with an ice cream cone. Like, who is this for? This isn't for like children, because even that I feel would have to be at least PG-13, Like, just judging off my history of books I've read and books I've seen, this is like a PG-13. But even then, I don't think this would be that funny to that audience, right? Like, I know back in middle school, ha 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 ha, they fart and it's funny, but like, this is like obnoxiously, like, this is obscene. Like, even the imagery, it's like, tell me this isn't 2 girls, 1 cup coded, right? This is why I'm doing this in the forest, man. You can't say a sentence like, this is 2 girls, 1 cup coded, talking about Harley Quinn. In public, at least. But like, that's what I mean. It's like they draw her very provocatively, like she's shitting, and she's like taking a giant poop, but it's ice cream. But then there's a second joke where she then eats the ice cream off of the ground, like she's eating the poop, you see. And it's done in a way that's very similar to 2 girls, 1 cup. Because in go into the entire history of Two Girls, One Cup. It's like a fucking 2-hour-long video. It's top 10 Two Girls, One Cup Easter egg icebergs you never thought. Part 2. Fucking, that's what we're doing. And art, fart, love letters, it's a sign. The art of fart, like this, like it's like a big thing. They have a museum, a cultural exhibit dedicated to farts in Gotham, apparently. Like, I thought this was just gonna be like a goofy, like, oh man, Harley Quinn has to fart really bad, and she holds it in the entire time, and she has to like go through like different challenges or something, or like, and like different like one of those like kind of like the crisis composition books, if you know what those are, where they take like a story or like a little mini like passage from each crisis event DC had, and they do like a sort of like a vignette of them. I think that'd be cool, where it's like, oh man, all the times Harley Quinn like screwed up or something by like letting one rip. You know, that'd be funny. You know, it's not like obscene. It's not like gratuitously like forced down your throat. You know, it's there. It's funny. It's haha. But there's also like story. There's also like stuff in the background, right? Because this is a thick fucking book, by the way. Like this is a $9 comic book. Like this has a weight to it. So, like, you could easily have done multiple stories in one, where you're going throughout the history, and it's like, oh no, we have one where it's like Batman animated series, haha, she farts, and like the Joker fucking dies because he smells it, and it's like napalm, and his skin boils off, and he fucking dies. Or like, New 52, her and Power Girl, right? They're kicking it. She's in her like Harley phase of like being a superhero, and then she farts, and then Power Girl like gets like depowered and goes back to being like pre-crisis Supergirl, and it's like, whoa, and then they fart together. Like, I don't know. Any idea would be better than like Harley Quinn is just legitimately has a kink for farts. There's a fart museum called the Art of Fart in Gotham City. Like, I know I use the word canonically as like kind of joking, like this is its own canon. I guarantee this version of Harley will show up in DC's next whatever fucking big, like, oh no, now Nightwing's Batman and Superman's John Kent, except it's John Kent Jr., the grandson of Superman, blah, and he's 5 years old, blah, and then he gets aged up to 40, blah. Fucking, I forgot the plot, man. I don't remember what I was saying. I hate this book. I'm on the 4th page, and I've been going for 11 minutes. I'm on the 4th page. My phone's gonna die, man. I didn't realize how hard this would be. I mean, like, it's exactly what I thought it would be. It's just, she's at the museum. It's farts throughout history. What can I say? It's pretty obscene. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so for all my Greek homies out there, we know what a brazen bull is. And all that jazz, right? Cool. Harley gets into a brazen bull. But, like, the joke is that it's the museum of farts. So when it's nighttime and the museum closes, she kicks out the fucking butthole of this bull statue and climbs out like she's the fart, you see, or like she's the poop, or like she's bullshit. But like, this is very clearly that like old like ye old torture device where they stuff the person inside the metal bull statue and then basically heat up the metal on the statue until you get cooked alive like an oven. Very painful, very slow. But like, I don't want to get copyright strict because I'm showing a lot of this. But fucking, look at that brazen bull statue. That's insane to me. And if I do like show these images and they're way too fast, again, I don't want to get copyright claimed. I'm on my last strike because I played 2 seconds of a fucking Watsy song 4 years ago. So you can just pause the video. I don't care. It's not worth it in my opinion, you're not missing anything from this. Like genuinely, your life would be better if you had not watched this video or even known about this in the beginning. And that's what I mean. Who's this for, bro? Because you wouldn't understand what that is if you're, like, on the younger side. Even, I would say, even high schoolers would have a hard time figuring out what the fuck that was. The only reason I know is because I'm a loser who likes to Google shit and watch 8-hour YouTube videos in one day back to back. But this is a book about farts and Harley Quinn. Who's gonna know that little weird history fact? And why would they put it in there? And why would they have Harley Quinn jump in there as a joke and then come out its butt like a joke when it's like this whole, that's like in this book if she went to the Twin Towers and then farted and then they fell down. And she was like, oh, looks like that one was a little harder than expected. Tee, Mr. J. Like, it's the same vibe. It's the same sentiment. It's just like, oh, that was kind of weird. Like, huh? James Joyce, you old dead freak, we're gonna fix everything. And then there's an editor's note. I'd like to sincerely apologize to all of James Joyce's descendants, living and dead. Like, ha 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 ha, we're poking fun at real life. Ha ha ha, we're so silly. Ha ha, these books are so silly. But it's like, it would be a little funnier if you just didn't add that part. Because now it feels kind of like in bad taste. If you have to write something and they're like, make it funny, and then you make it funny, and then you have an editor's note saying, sorry for that one, guys. But the rest of your jokes are fart-based. You're doing something wrong. This is an official DC publication. Like, this blows my mind, guys. This really does. There's a Swedish woman. Harley breaks in the thing after smelling Ivy's farts and wants the taste of that good fart juice. Yeah. Because it's her kink. And so she breaks into the Museum of Art's farts and shit. And there's a very stereotypical, actually no, there is just the living, breathing stereotype of a Swedish woman, complete with clogs and everything, man. It's bad. And they do the accent. They write out the phonetics of how that accent goes. But it's a walking stereotype. So again, I did not expect racism in my Harley Quinn Farttacular, guys. What the heck? Where did this come from? I don't know. And then this just looks like Stan Lee. Guys, I might have to legitimately stop recording this. I don't know what kind of book this just turned into. Okay, I'm gonna say now, officially on this video, if you are 21 or older, please don't do drugs. There is I'm gonna just read this. This is the Swedish woman talking. It is written phonetically with the accent. But I'm just gonna... I would not lie, we Dutch are very honest, blunt, wink wink, as you could say. Why is there a Dutch blunt DC joke in my Harley Quinn Farttacular April Fool's special? Because for all my viewers who aren't living that life, a Dutch is also something you can smoke, and it's got tobacco. It's called a cigarello or whatever the fuck you want. It's not a blunt, like they say. You can make it one, but it does not come that way. But This is what I mean, guys. So blunt is highlighted. It's in bold. You can pause and try to read that right there. But, like, that's what I mean. Who is this? What is the demographic for this? Because it's got this crazy cartoonish art style. It's all about farts. Hee 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 ha ha. But then it's like Harley stabs a guy's neck out and like he bleeds to death. And like then they make her thick as fuck. And like, to be fair, that's a character model. But like, especially in this, you know, it's very sexualized. It's very weird. And like even here with the Dutch line, what does that mean, DC? What are we doing here? What? Who's supposed to be reading? Because if it's kids, and the brazen bolster, but if it's kids, all over their head, just haha farts. If it's adults, why are you fucking reading this? It's about farts. Don't fucking read this. Go home. No. Do not spend $7.99 plus local state tax on the Farttacular. Don't fucking do it. Just go home. Erase your mind. I can't. Because I am suffering. I'm like Jesus, actually. I'm suffering for your sins. This being the penultimate. What the fuck? Okay. Funny thing. I smell gasoline. Or I just did. Like a very strong whiff, just for 2 seconds. Like, this isn't a fart joke. I'm out in the woods. I don't know who else. Was it the spirit of the Farttacular? That was so weird. It was like that was so fucking weird. It was like super, like all I could smell for about 2 seconds, just straight. That was weird. Maybe it's the Farttacular. It's getting to me. This is what I mean. This will change your DNA. This will make you part. Like, literally, dude. This is changing my brain chemistry. My brain is becoming smooth. For some reason, I keep smelling farts everywhere I go. Blah. I hate this. And the Dutch is a rocket-powered Dutch. No comment. Okay. This confuses me even more. Come on, Red. I love all of you, from your big green heart to your cute little fart, is what Harley Quinn says. They draw Batman in this like he's from the Timverse, the DC animated universe from like the 90s to 2000s. Like almost exactly. I'm not even gonna like waste my time showing you. It literally is the Timverse Batman. It's the same character model. Just a slightly different cape and belt, but it's the same highlights, same everything. Even Poison Ivy kind of looks like she does in the TV show with the face model specifically. But like, not, because she's dressed like the animated series, but she physically, her face model is of the Harley Quinn TV show, because she's got that same nose. What she reminds me, oh my god, who's that character? It doesn't matter. I'll think of it later. It'll come to me at like midnight when I'm trying to sleep, and I'll be like, fuck, it was so-and-so. Her character model reminds me of someone else. I don't remember who, but dude. I hate this book. Like, I might just scrap this entire video, honestly. So Harley Quinn can't stop farting. Yeah, dude, she's caked up. Like, why? What is the target audience for this? What were they thinking in the writer's room? Because this isn't, like, this went from, like, haha to uh-oh to what are we doing to never mind. Like, I might just stop this video right here, guys. I mean, this is bad. This is, like, so she can't stop farting, and she's trying to get the Dutch lady to help, the Dutch robot lady, because she keeps farting and messing everything up for life, for her. She's with Poison Ivy. She tries to fight Batman and help her out, but she farts and it kills her greenhouse, because the farts are like napalm, I guess. Which has some interesting implications for all the humans in this book who run away gagging, because I don't think they survive. She looks at a cork and goes, and then the editor's note just goes, don't even think about it, Harley. And then Harley goes, no, you're right, there's got to be a more comfortable solution. She duct tapes her butt closed and it farts. She gets knocked out. The dream sequence about the farts, and it's beans. He who smelt it dealt it. Sacred book of farts. Like, I'm not even reading half of this at this point. Because you don't need to. Because all the dialogue is just fart puns. Like, it doesn't... Yeah. What is Ambush Bug's real name? Is it Irwin? I thought Ambush Bug was just Ambush Bug, you know what I mean? I didn't know he had a real name. This is the thing. So she's at Big Belly Burger, and apparently, like, he's like employees of the month, and it goes Tao Chu, Irwin Schwab, Ambush Bug, and then Doug Seed, Darkseid. Whoa. I have no clue who this first person is. Tao Chu? I'm trying to think. Is that like a pun? Tao Chu. Tochu? Shu? Tao Shu? I can't think of anyone. Is that like... I don't fucking know who that is, honestly. I'm gonna have to do some research. No way did the Harley Quinn Farttacular just outlure me, bro. What? Dude, making this video is taking life out of my soul. I got this coffee for two reasons. One, because it's yummy, and I like it. And I think I have the single best coffee order on the planet. And two, because coffee makes me shit and fart a lot. So, hopefully, I get a couple of good toots worthy of Harley's appreciation. That's all I want in my life. I just need a Harley Quinn to appreciate my butt gas. I just realized how genuinely unfunny this video is going to be. This is going to be a long one. This is going to be my longest video probably. I don't know. This is kind of like a vlog, reaction, and update all at the same time. Yeah. It's a difficult one. It's going to be a long one. I don't know. I keep forgetting to post. Sorry, this is gonna be my intermission because we're about halfway through. I've just kind of sped ran it for a little bit. Because there's not much to it. It's just a lot of pages with a lot of farts. That's what I expect in the Farttacular, but okay. Intermission time. Where have I been for the better part of a year or two entirely? I've been traveling, man. I've been going places. Yeah, and those places have brought me to the Farttacular. So I can't really say it was worth it, or that I would like to come back to the Farttacular ever in my life, but here we are. I'm about to have a Farttacular myself. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I literally just read the Ultimates, the new stuff. They putting out the volume, so I went through the Spider-Man one first because I'm a sucker for Spider-Man. Always love Spider-Man, especially Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't know. I think they just write him better when he's not in 616. If you've noticed, every other Spider-Man seems to be a little bit better and a little bit happier and just a little bit better to read. We all know who I'm talking, what comic line I'm talking about. But yeah, and I think that was done, pun intended, absolutely spectacularly. Some would say it's superior to the mainline Spider-Man book right now, and I think it's crazy that's like Stan Lee. If Stan Lee could come back to life and see what Marvel has done to Spider-Man, what do you think he would say? You know, he'd probably be confused and like really old. But like Stan Lee in his prime, right? Stan Lee was just a little history lesson for you who might be new to comics. Stan Lee he was not in charge of the death of Gwen Stacy. He was not in charge of Norman Osborn's death. He wasn't in charge for a lot of that. He was like doing other things. He was on Avengers. He was doing Fantastic Four. He was busy, you know. Hello there, little Robin. There's a bird that's like, I'm sure you can hear it, it's very slowly coming up to me. And I think it's adorable. Yeah, hey, you can come here. Do you smell like coffee? Do you want some coffee? I'll share. I don't know what coffee would do to a bird. I don't know. I think it would actually explode. Anyways, I digress. Back to the story. Back to the main point. Yeah. Because you notice the moment Stan Lee passes away, rest in peace, you know, what do they do to Spider-Man? They say, okay, well, in our movies, we're going to make him Iron Man's sidekick, like Robin to Batman. Exactly, actually. He follows a Tim Drake Nightwing arc almost to a T. And if you think I'm wrong, rewatch the Tom Holland movies. He has a Robin arc, he has a Teen Titans arc, and he has a Disco Wing arc. And that covers all three of his movies. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird how specifically correct that is? Doesn't that freak you out sometimes? But like, what would Stan Lee say? Because he was not happy with the Gwen decision, is what I've kind of researched and read about. It's like, he was kind of pissed about that. Because he had more stories with her, and he was like, fine. We'll call her MJ. Excelsior, fuckface. You know, and like, let's be honest, Steve Ditko did most of the heavy lifting in the early ages. Right? That's just a fact. But still, like, I don't think Steve Ditko would really care too much, because he's not, I don't think, from like, kind of the vibes I got from, like, stuff I've read about him, he didn't seem to be much of an egomaniac compared to Stan. Like, and I use that term lightly. Yeah, but you know, someone who's very, like, into their own work, who's very much like, oh, this is genius, this is awesome, this is it right here. Ditko was always more of a, okay, this is an idea, I'm putting it out there, if people like it, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of incorporate it into the story. You know, I'm going to draw this crazy shit, we're going to make the suit, excuse me, it's going to be great. And then what Stan does is he comes in, he goes, all right, I'm going to take all these different pieces and I'm going to start linking them together. I'm going to start forming the fucking chain, the web. I don't know why I went with chains, but yeah, you know, but you understand, like, there's an origin, there's like a whole thing, you know. But that's kind of what I feel, where it's like, I can't remember who, again, when I'm editing this, I'm going to put the name right here, but whoever, the single person, or like the team who is specifically responsible for Harley Quinn transitioning into the comics, what would you think they would think about this? You know what I mean? Like from her origin of like, okay, she's the psychiatrist who kind of was mentally kind of defeated in a game of chess by the Joker, and sort of became submissive, subservient, sort of like this horror story of sort of like a warning, you know? Even though, you know, they might talk nice, they might say a lot of nice shit, doesn't exactly match your personality. Doesn't mean it has to, you know? It's very much like a snake in the garden situation. It's very much like, okay, silver-tongued Loki, you know what I mean? Comes walking through Asgard, telling lies and stories, but people believe him because he's so charismatic and shit. Because they don't know, you know what I mean? It's like one of those. And then we get to the point where it's like, cool, well, now we make a comic about Loki, and it's all about piss. And he's got a piss fetish. He goes around Asgard giving people golden showers. Odin showers is what they call them. Like, that's on the same level. Why do I keep making these hypotheticals that are too specific to not be real? I dare you, Marvel or DC, anyone, to take those ideas and make them into reality. Give me the Loki piss book, man. Fuck. Okay, I think that's enough of a rant. How long is this? This has been about 34 minutes. Intermission's over. Fuck. Plastic Man's here. He's in the fucking Big Belly Burger. Harley Quinn's angry because she keeps farting fucking everything up. Plastic Man's here. He's got big ass ears, and he's like, "Ooh, ooga booga, blah, Plastic Man, you keep farting. That's weird." And she keeps talking about it, and she's like, this. Like, you can't make this up. This someone wrote this, made it to print, and then they decided, fuck it, we're running with this. Harley Quinn says, "I got the toots, the bubbles, the Brussels sprout blues, the squeakers, the cheesers, the green apple nasties. There's a duck in my pants and he's angry. I just ripped a big banana. No, I'm sorry, dyslexia. I just ripped a big Barda." I hate that. I hate it. Because that is something you would only say if you were in the DC universe. And it's like, oh, that's interesting lore building with like how language would sort of form and how like references would form if there were real life superheroes. But we're getting it in a fucking Farttacular book, bro. I hate it. Like, my sphincter's on a 5.3 on the Richter scale. It's an entire page of just her in a booth sitting with Plastic Man in every possible way of how to say, I have a bad fart problem. Quite literally, just an entire page of just only her. Multiple dialogue boxes per panel going different ways of how to say I'm farting a lot. And progressively, Plastic Man is like, huh? And then just fucking dies and melts by the end of it. But the solution, it's almost so gross I don't want to say it out loud. It's worse than the cork, in my opinion. The solution is that Plastic Man forms a suit around Harley, like a containment suit, to hold in the farts. Because the way it's drawn. Okay. I don't know. Second reason I might not do this video, turns out. This is someone's fetish. This, like, I understand, right? Everyone's into something. But, like, also to that extent, you know, it's like, keep it to yourself. Like, you don't need to publish a fucking book about it. Because you could tell, whoever came up with this Plastic Man idea, not their first time, there was some, I'm just gonna skip, I'm not gonna tell you guys. Yeah, this is the single worst thing I've ever read. Intermission number 2, because I have to, like, step away from this book or something before I really do go crazy. Oh my god, dude. This is, oh my god. They draw, so it's Harley wearing Plastic Man, but like one of those wetsuits kind of setup. That's what she's got going on, but it's Plastic Man. And because he's on, for some reason, he's on her backwards. So his face is then positioned to where if she were to fart, she would be farting out his mouth or nose. But I don't know why that would be. Just the idea of having Plastic Man as clothing is fucking terrifying. Already kind of makes my skin crawl. Not gonna lie. But, like, the idea that he would specifically rearrange himself to be, it makes you wonder things about old Plastic Man. And the way it's drawn is very, how do I say, je ne sais quoi. Yeah, man, I mean, this is bad. Because then he farts. Plastic Man farts. But if Harley Quinn is wearing Plastic Man, and Plastic Man farts, and Harley Quinn farts, they counter each other out, you see. Yeah, man. But then Harley leaves, or I guess Plastic Man leaves Harley. He's like a symbiote in this book. He's basically just the Venom symbiote. Because he's like a solidified figure for his introduction and for a little bit, but other than that, he's like Harley's suit, or like he's like a snake thing on the ground, like kind of liquidy, kind of like rubber. I don't know how to interpret this. He's the only one that makes sense in this book so far. Just because his power set, it makes sense for like the more cartoonish style. It works with it actually really well, especially his suit. I will say that is the one thing. His suit is great. He looks great. He's the only character in this book who looks like he's supposed to and looks good. Everything else is just weird. Why is there so much of this book left? How is there so much of this book left? Dear God. Okay. Oh, and they do a lot of time skips for some reason too, where it's like laterer, even laterer. And it's like, what are we doing, bro? Just don't do any. Just say an unspecified amount of time has passed. Or even just say, fuck it. And don't put it in there. Or say, even better, that's my Farttacular number 1, by the way. That was silent, but it went on for a surprisingly long time. If you are watching closely, you can catch it on my face the moment it starts and the moment it ended. That was a stinker. Oh my God. Birds are flying away, and deer are climbing trees to get away from that. Good to know. Fuck. Like, it's... Yeah, just don't write the book. Just don't make this. You could do anything for an April Fool's, right? Anything for an April Fool's. Here's my pitch for a DC comedic April Fool's special #1, because this has a #1, but I know for a fact it's not getting a #2, so why not just call it a 0 issue and be done with it? Or why not, or again, just have it be a special edition and not fucking number it, because this opens up the door for more of them. Again, fart pun intended. I'm dropping bombs. Second fart. I've got a third one in the chamber. Yeah. It's horrible. I am shooting this video out in public, man, and it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know. But yeah, so Harley Quinn, so I thought with this book, the reason it was gonna be like a oh, it's like a curse or some stupid stuff like that. No, there is no reason given. It literally is just one day Harley Quinn wakes up, smells, I guess, one of Poison Ivy's farts, which I assume she, in this, at least this canon, they seem to be living together, so I would assume that it's not the first time. So it's not something where it's like, oh, because Poison Ivy has pheromones, it like makes everyone addicted to her, like men, and like their kiss. No, that's never established, so I don't take that as canon. Again, you could explain it like that, and I'd be fine, but no, it's just Harley Quinn sniffs a fart and says, "Mamma mia, I gotta get me some more." She goes around the DC universe, farting the place up. Ivy gets mad at her because she's farting too much. She goes to the Museum of Fucking Farts in Gotham Farting City, and she farts the place up, and she gets in the Brazen Bull, and they make a fucking blunt reference and a joke about smoking. Like, it's not even a joke about weed. Like, it's not like stoner humor. Dutches are not blunts. They are tobacco. This is a joke in a book about farts, about Dutch blunts. This is a real book published by DC Comics. Again, I keep saying that, but I feel like people aren't listening when I say that. This is a real book published. Writer's room, scripts, editorial, publication, syndication, mass production to stores. And it's about Harley Quinn having a fart kink. And that's exactly what it is. It's not magical, like I assumed it would be. It's not like some old witch curses her to fart a lot. It's just because Harley Quinn is so into farts, luck turns on her, and suddenly she can't stop farting. And if I've missed anything, that's the book's fault, not mine. I think we can all agree on that. This has been almost an hour long. I hope you guys like long-form content and like more stuff like this where it's no script. I have nothing prepared. There is no joke. It's just me saying shit and reviewing shit and just going over. Because that's what I think is what this channel's going to turn into. It used to be vlogs, and then it was skits, and then it was edited skits, and then it was more edited vlog. Like, more, when I say edited, I mean more put together. You know, I didn't just pull the video off my phone and then just slap it on the internet, you know. So I don't know how I'm going to edit this. It's going to be one bitch to edit. I might not. I might just say fuck it. Full train of thought. Because there's going to be a part 2 to this video. Unfortunately. There's going to be a part 2. And I'm going to be reviewing it with my homeboy who wants to know what this book's about. And he's going to learn. Because I'm going to go over it with him. But there will be a part 2. So it'll be like, I guess part 1 will be like an hour and some. And then part 2 is probably going to be around the same time, honestly, if not longer. So that's just kind of what's happening. But yeah, after all that, she goes to the Big Belly Burger. She meets up with Plastic Man, and their big idea is for Plastic Man to then like use his powers like a symbiote and form around Harley, and sort of like become like this like exoskeleton suit, only for that plan not to work, I guess. And then Harley ends up just going back to the beginning of the book and being like, oh man, and yeah, I mean, there's just like, there's no meat to this, you know what I mean? There's no like, there's nothing to it. Yeah, so they do callbacks to things in the mainline Harley Quinn title, but this does not take place in that. But the same events transfold in that version of things, I guess. So I don't know how you want to take that. So this is one of those, it's the exact same timeline, except in this timeline, Harley Quinn has a fart kink. No more bubbles. So they call it Zatanna, or Zatanna. I don't know. I've heard it both ways. Some people say Zatanna. I say Zatanna. Like, just like Zatara. Zatara is Zatara. I don't care what it says. That is, canonically, it's Zatara. For her dad. I like it either way with Zatanna or Zatanna. Because it doesn't fucking matter, does it? Dark Seed, Dark Side, Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul. It's all the same person. It's all the same names. Fucking Venom, Venom. Can't tell me I'm wrong. Just like Iron Man, it could be pronounced Iron Man. Because we don't know how the Marvel Universe phoneticates. That's a new word I just made up. Sorry, I'm taking another mental break right now if you couldn't tell. Because the story's wrapping up, but I'm not. You know what I mean? I have so many questions for this book. I have so many questions for reality, the one we live in, and the one that could have been, if not for this book. Like, do you think if this book never released, World War III never happened? Assuming, okay, so I'm assuming you're watching this way in the future. Otherwise, how did you find this channel? I haven't uploaded in so long. Go home. Ugh, that coffee's doing something to me. So, like, yeah. I don't know. I blame this for the downfall of society. Okay, so Zatanna. I don't know how to tell you this. I was gonna do the Harley Quinn voice, and then I realized I don't know how to do the Harley Quinn voice. Just tell me I'm stressed, I can't even eat. You're not cursed, you're just lactose intolerant. And then she goes, no, like Darth fucking Vader in the prequels. The urge to rip this up is so strong, but again, this is $8. I don't want to fucking... Yeah, she goes, no, like Darth Vader. And then Poison Ivy goes, hey, I know what would cheer you up. And then she just lets one rip. And then there's the thing at the end of this where it's like, oh, we're doing another... Oh, it's like I just said with the originals and yada yada. But this is for another book. I'm not going to go through it. I'm just going to look at it real quick. Fuck that book. I hate it. 0 out of 10. If I could get it negative, I would. What was that book about? Harley Quinn is lactose intolerant, but she doesn't know it yet. So, it all starts with a fart. She goes through her daily life, shitting, farting, and I guess it was sort of told to the audience of a cheeky, again pun intended, a cheeky sort of wink and nod of like, you notice how she eats pizza and ice cream and has milk, mommy milk, has Poison Ivy's green creeper mommy milk. So yeah, it's like, okay, if you were paying attention, you would know she's lactose intolerant. Whoa, we're so clever. It's not a Doctor Who twist, guys. Come on. And so she goes and farts and fucks up everything for everyone because her farts are so explosive and powerful. So she goes to Plastic Man, and Plastic Man and human cocoons her and holds in her farts and also seems to be in on it and like enjoy it. And then he farts, and then she farts inside him, he farts inside her. There are multiple editor's notes breaking the fourth wall that Harley Quinn can apparently also read. What else? They call in fucking Zatanna. And it turns out she's just lactose intolerant. Like, what? I don't get the point of it being an April Fool's special. So this is, right, that was my first time ever reading that, at least for the rest of the book. I read, like, again, the first page about 50 fucking times, and I just kept putting it down because I couldn't get through the first page. And now I have, and I hate it even more. In that universe, when people take a really big fart, apparently they call it ripping a big fart up. I would hate to see what a Scott Free looks like. A Mr. Miracle. Would that be the piss analogy then? To their poop analogy? I don't know. It troubles me. It deeply does trouble me. Because if this was an April Fool's joke, what's the joke? What's the prank? You know, April Fool's, it's all about sort of like, ha ha ha, kind of, oh, we got you. Good one. What's the get of this one? What's the, we got you. You spent $8 for a book about a fart fetish. We got you. No, it's, we got your money. You paid for a fart book. I wanted to scratch and sniff. I wanted to open up that plastic and smell the cheek dust. But I couldn't. What's the point of that? Why go halfway with it, right? I want a full fucking automated motorized body pillow that just you put in this goop and it shits out diarrhea, and it's Harley Quinn themed. Fuck it, you know. Let's get crazy with the DC. Let's really just kind of blow our minds here. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, this is the end of part 1. I hated it. 0 out of 10. I'm going to force my friend to live through what I just went through and sort of fill him in on the whole Farttacular special situation. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I felt one coming. I let out only 4 farts during this video. I plan to let out a lot more because I'll be having more coffee, especially when I do the review with my friend. But yeah, this has been that one shoe that got thrown at George Bush that one time. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't fucking come back. Unsubscribe right now. I don't want to see the views.